when I was a kid, I played a lot of MMOs. That was the main genre I was always about. And it was pretty much just because, well, they're free, so I could cycle through them because I wasn't very good at games, so I could never get very far in most of them. And it was also the only way to not only get character creation consistently, but, like anime style because, weeb for life, right? But my favorite MMO was Star Wars: The Old Republic, especially because at a certain point, uh, it got easy basically to play solo, um, which is like, I am one of the solo MMO players, the kind of players that I guess hardcore MMO players uh, hate when we get catered to. But I mean, I haven't played in a while. Anyway, uh, but yeah, so when that happened, Star Wars: The Republic, it'd get to a point where you get to like getting content, and I wanted to participate in, uh, you know, social activities, and I'd get heavy into something like I do with games, and then I'd join a guild. I and also I guess I was always vague about my age because I was really young, but I was able to sound mature, over text, and but then what would happen is I'd get bored, but I wouldn't continue, especially early on before Discord, or at least before anything like that was something that I was not too anxious to join. I would just drop off. I'd come back, usually kicked from the guild, or it was dead. That happened a lot too. Kicked if just auto, right? Um, but I did that cycle a lot. But it got, it wasn't a problem because it felt like there was nothing I could do about it. And then I got to college. Didn't finish, but freshman year of college, I played I got into World of Warcraft, which is like, you know, pretty accurate for like a lot of people got into World of Warcraft, except for it wasn't in 2020, right? But um, and I was playing on a world or whatever, and I met some people, and it was like cross server, and they helped me out, and I really liked them. They were a married couple, and I wanted to join their guild and stuff, so they're like, "Oh, you're cool with, deleting your character?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just started anyway, and I'd rather have people to play with." And I got, now that I was 18 at that point, right, 19, I joined Discord. I learned about their life. The people that I had met, they were having a kid was on the way. He told me a story about how he had just had an accident where basically a screwdriver right through his eye, right? Um, uh, and he pulled it right out, reflex. If he hadn't done that, that could have been lethal. Um, but just lost the eye, which isn't. But the way he talked about it was like, more military leave, more time on WoW, right? Alongside with the kid coming along. But then eventually I got tired of the game. And I already have enough trouble maintaining uh, relationships at all. Um, the only friendships that I kept up with were when I was in high school because, you had to see him every day. And people who worked at my speed, they knew they had to message first. Uh, and it wasn't like, I, I think this is a common ADHD thing. It's not that I didn't want to. I still have this problem. But I felt especially bad about that one because I enjoyed their company, and there was no reason that I stopped talking to them other than it just became work. I don't know. That's not the right way to put it. Just like, I don't know. And also for me, like time in a relationship, like friendship, whatever, doesn't diminish any affection or care, but that's not, I guess, how everybody works. And of course, I don't expect other people to have to put all the effort in, but I don't know. I just never had to, because of school, I never, it was a problem that's, that didn't keep me from having enough, close friends and acquaintances and stuff. And because I had a friend or two who went out of their way to put me out there and bring me along, I was able to be social, be how I am, um, be an active part of the community. But especially after I dropped out of college, it there's nothing left to enforce social interaction despite my desire need for it, like a human. But also I love talking to people. I mean, I even have close friends on Discord, or close friend on Discord, and I have a hard enough time just asking them to come hang out. I see them like once a year. I mean, I want to change that, but it's difficult. Difficult in a way that I feel like only someone with ADHD would understand, because it's not like hard. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's just I just don't. I don't feel hopeless about it. Like I don't even want to see this and be like, "Dear God, this guy's on the brink." No, but um, it's a habit that I didn't. Again, because of the way that like public school set up, I didn't think was like something. I didn't realize it was something that was gonna overall, you know, come to bite me in the ass like crazy. And if I was able to have continued school, but um, that would have been another way to push social interaction, right? But and I suppose that's what works for now. But you know, I was working at Walmart, and attendance is tough there, and strict. Like not just attend. I mean, I went to work, but it was like, especially with the kind of issues that I have because of ADHD that I know I have. Maybe if it was a different company or with a little bit more human decision there, they would have given me another chance, like one more chance. But anyway, uh, I don't know. I now am in a place where maybe I want to try harder. I do want to try harder, right? But I've run out of. I'm down to about like one or two people to try harder with, and that's where like me not being the way I am on MMOs, would have come in handy. But I have a hard time again keeping up with people unless I'm forced to see them in real life, uh, because like alone time is to recharge, but right now that's most of what I've got. I don't see this being a problem forever, and I still have people, close to me who are willing to put in the effort where I should be, but, you know, felt like getting this off my chest, and maybe someone out there has the same problem, and this will, you know, it's always nice to hear people going through the same thing you are. But yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to speak my mind on the old tube like I've wanted to for a long time, and maybe that'll rear me back up to what it's like to uh, put myself out there, because, or at least teach me how to at all, because I never had to. Other people did it for me. But yeah, that wasn't meant to be depressing. It was it started. It was meant to start as a story about MMOs, but that's where it went. For anyone that watches this, I hope you're doing good, and thanks.